Welcome to the Towering Tropical Shirt NFL Football Update, where I get to talk about all things NFL. Once again, brought to you by Mango Rum. We all know it's so good and good for you. We got a plethora of games to talk about, so we're just going to get right to it. So we're going to start off with the Buffalo Bills hosting the Miami Dolphins. Yes, that very same Dolphin team that dropped 70, count them, 70 points on the Broncos. The Broncos are still like, oh my God, this just in, the Dolphins scored again. You know what though? The Bills are a whole different animal. I mean, you know, I can't see the Bills defense sitting around and like letting a team drop 70 points on them. And as long as Josh Allen is playing mistake-free football, they've got a solid defense. This is going to be a tight game. But I like the Bills to win because, well, it's the Bills Mafia and they're playing at home. Yes, Ellen, you are welcome. Another AFC rivalry game. We've got the Baltimore Ravens going into Cleveland to take on the Clowns. I mean the Browns. Now, the Ravens offense is starting to look a little more cohesive now. Remember, new offensive coordinator. And so they're looking good. I mean, they've got a good wide out in Zach Taylor, and Lamar Jackson is starting to really feel comfortable and play well in the offense. Meanwhile, in Cleveland, well, they now have to get through the rest of the season without, as you know, Nick Chubb. And here's the thing, you know, they were gonna lean more on Deshaun Watson, but he has not looked good and he's banged up. So you got an offense that's struggling, you got a quarterback that's hurt, meanwhile you got a Ravens team that's starting to click. What does that sound like? Sounds like to me, a Ravens victory. Let's jump on over to an NFC South rivalry. We've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into New Orleans to take on the Saints. Now, you know, the Bucs were flying mighty high until Monday night when the Eagles just like pulled down their like Buccaneer pants and like spanky. So, you know, maybe they aren't as good as we all thought. Meanwhile, the Saints, well, they are always going to have a good defense, and they still have a good defense. However, Derek Carr, their quarterback, is going to miss the game. He's hurt, so they're going to go with Jameis Winston. Yes, that's right, that Jameis Winston, who in his last year with the Buccaneers several years ago, threw 30 touchdowns and also threw 30 interceptions. You would think that spells good for the Bucs. It should. However, the Saints are also getting back, all-purpose back, Alvin Kamara. He returns from a 3-game suspension. That's going to be a big ups for the Saints offense. They have somebody to lean on. So therefore, I like the Saints to win this one. It's going to be tight, but I like the Saints to win that one. Sticking with rivalries, let's go up north to the NFC East, where we have the Washington Commanders, the Commies, taking on the Eagles. I just think that's hilarious. You got Commies and Eagles. Well, never mind. Anyway, the Commanders, the Commies last week, they thought they were going to play very well, but Buffalo just basically sent them off to Siberia. They never got their offense on track. Buffalo put them away early. Meanwhile, the Eagles, they did the same thing to the Bucs last week. So, what's going to happen in this game? You never really know with NFC East rivalries. But in this particular case, I think the Eagles are starting to find their stride early. The Commanders, the Commies, they're better than they were. They're better than people expect. But they just don't have the firepower to stay with the Eagles. So, fly, Eagles, fly. Yes, John Woodson. Yes, Lisa St. Croix. I'm going to take the Eagles to win that one. And in a matchup of AFC versus NFC, we've got the Pats going into Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Yes, the Pats, well, you know, they beat the Jets last week. What else is new? Meanwhile, the Cowboys, for some unexpected reason, pulled a real big stinker in Arizona and losing to the Cardinals. So how do I see this game going? Well, you know Belichick defense is going to really be tight and do their best to keep the Cowboys from doing what they do best, which I'm really not quite sure what that is right now, although it all revolves around Dak Prescott. He had a terrible game last week. I expect them to bounce back. Are they going to put up a 30 spot on the Pats? No, but they have more firepower than the Pats can handle. I like the Cowboys to win that one. And finally, Sunday night, we got the Jets versus the Chiefs. You know, Zach, I've been in your corner for 2.5 years. I'm done. I'm really hoping that they show up. The game is being played in Kansas City, so at least the New York media and the fans won't be on your ass. But I mean, the Chiefs are the Super Bowl champs for a reason. I don't expect any letdown. The Jets will probably give them a game for the first half until the defense gets too tired of being on the field, and then second half, Chiefs roll. So, hate to say it, my Jets fans, I have faith. I have faith. I love you. But until Zach Wilson proves they can score more than like 10 points in a game, I like the Chiefs to win that one. So there you have it. Oh, check out my record right now. Let's see how it goes. Hey, what are your predictions? Let me know. You think I'm right? You think I'm wrong? Let me know about it. Email me. FaceTime. No FaceTime. Email me. Drop me a note on my YouTube page. But more than anything, it's Sunday. Enjoy the games, and we'll see you next week.